Kelsey Mitchell opened the action with a smooth hesitation move followed by a sharp jab step that instantly created separation from her defender. Seeing the defense shift toward her, she delivered a perfectly timed pass to Aaliyah Boston, who finished strongly at the rim to put the Fever on the scoreboard. Isabel Harrison was whistled for the foul on the play after making contact during the finish. Even though Boston briefly bobbled the ball on the catch, she showed excellent composure by regaining control, gathering herself, and completing the basket through contact. It was a tremendous display of court vision from Mitchell, who once again proved why she remains one of Indiana's most reliable offensive weapons. As the game continued, Caitlin Clark once again demonstrated the elite basketball IQ that has made her one of the most exciting players in the league. She effortlessly drew multiple defenders toward her, reading the floor perfectly before slipping a precise pass to an open teammate. It's a skill that consistently puts opposing defenses in impossible situations because Clark always seems to know exactly where the next scoring opportunity will appear. Back in the action, Mitchell received the inbound pass and wasted no time attacking the defense. She navigated through traffic, got into the lane, and finished another quality scoring opportunity. Throughout the possession, Stephanie White could be seen encouraging her team as Mitchell continued to probe the defense. She stayed aggressive, attacking gaps whenever they appeared and forcing defenders to react. After collapsing the defense, the ball found Johnson on the baseline as the shot clock quickly ticked down. With time running out, Cunningham was forced to create something out of nothing. Showing incredible confidence, Cunningham rose to the occasion. With both the shot clock and game clock winding down, she calmly elevated and knocked down a difficult shot. There was absolutely no hesitation in her game. It was a type of fearless bucket that energizes an entire team and brings a crowd to its feet. Moments later, Caitlin Clark delivered one of the highlights of the game. Using a dazzling behind-the-back move to shake her defender, she attacked the basket aggressively and finished through contact. The shot bounced softly through the rim, and Clark earned an additional free throw opportunity. After several earlier drives that failed to fall, she remained persistent and was finally rewarded for her aggressive approach to the basket. Toronto appeared ready to seize momentum and potentially take the lead, but Clark had other ideas. Reading the play perfectly, she jumped into the passing lane and came away with a crucial steal. Indiana desperately needed a calming presence in that moment, and Clark immediately provided it by pushing the pace and finishing confidently off the glass. The very next sequence showcased her playmaking brilliance once again. Clark delivered a sensational behind-the-back no-look pass directly into the hands of Timpson, who finished the play with ease. In a game filled with non-stop action, Clark continued proving that she can create scoring opportunities from virtually anywhere on the floor. Even when Indiana slowed things down and operated within its half-court offense, Clark remained in complete control. She used a smooth in-and-out dribble to create space before driving all the way to the rim for another score. On the other end, Harrison missed a three-point attempt, allowing Clark to secure the rebound and immediately push the ball in transition. Spotting Boston sprinting down the floor, she delivered the pass for yet another easy basket. Indiana's offense continued clicking on all cylinders. Clark found Cunningham on the perimeter, and Sophie used a pump fake followed by a sidestep move to create space before knocking down a three-pointer. It was the beginning of what would become a huge offensive night for Cunningham, who looked comfortable and confident every time she touched the basketball. The Fever kept applying pressure. Cunningham remained under control in transition and converted another scoring opportunity, while Austin managed to answer with a basket for the opposition. However, Indiana never lost its rhythm. After Billings missed from the corner, Clark secured another rebound and quickly initiated the break, leading to a smooth finish by Hull at the other end. One of the biggest reasons for Indiana's success was the way every player embraced their role. Kelsey Mitchell once again showcased her elite off-ball movement, timing a perfect backdoor cut that caught the defense completely off guard. Whether the pass came from Clark, Boston, or another teammate, Mitchell consistently found ways to put herself in ideal scoring positions. The Fever's fast-paced attack continued producing results. With a 5-on-4 advantage in transition, the ball eventually found Cunningham, who buried another three-pointer. The arena erupted as a shot splashed through the net, forcing the opposing coach to call a timeout. Once again, Sophie Cunningham had delivered a momentum-shifting play that energized both her teammates and the crowd. Mitchell continued to attack aggressively, turning the corner before finding Clark. Clark quickly returned the favor, and Mitchell calmly knocked down a smooth mid-range jumper from a foul line area. Moments later, Cunningham worked herself free yet again and connected on another outside shot, further extending Indiana's momentum. At that stage, the Fever offense looked unstoppable. Mitchell attacked despite heavy defensive pressure, forcing defenders to collapse before kicking the ball out. Indiana's ball movement remained sharp and unselfish, eventually finding Cunningham for yet another successful three-point attempt. Every possession seemed to end with a quality look. Even after Toronto answered with a three-pointer of its own, Indiana never slowed down. Cunningham continued putting on an offensive clinic, and every successful play seemed to generate even more energy from the fans inside the arena. Clark then came up with another game-changing defensive play, stripping the ball and immediately pushing the pace in transition. Although the ball was briefly poked away from behind, Billings recovered possession and delivered a perfect lob pass to Boston, who finished easily around the basket. An update later revealed that Alman was dealing with a headache, while Clark continued making her impact felt on the court. She attacked the basket with confidence and converted another layup, adding to her impressive performance. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of Indiana's performance was the chemistry between Clark and her teammates. Players consistently knew when to cut, where to move, and exactly where the ball would be. Clark recorded her 13th assist of the night before finally knocking down a three-pointer she had been chasing throughout the game. The visible relief and satisfaction on her face said everything. Not long after, Clark connected with Hull, cutting toward the basket for another easy score. That assist pushed Clark's total to 14, highlighting just how effectively Indiana's backdoor cuts were exposing Toronto's defense throughout the evening.